Hello everyone, today I'm going to be ranking different types of landing in War Thunder, going from like proper landing to belly landings and even VTOL, and we're going to be comparing them and seeing which one is best. The normal landing is probably the most common type of landing. It's where you just land normally with gear, flaps, you know, nice and slow, and you try to touch down smoothly so that you don't explode into a fireball. It has a lot of benefits too. You can J out on the runway so you don't have to sit and wait to respawn. You can even take off again if you're just trying to do a touch and go. And they are especially useful if you're playing as a bomber, because I've had so many times where my wing has clipped the edge of the runway and I've flown off to the side and blown up into a million pieces, and it's really annoying. But if you do a proper landing, you can land nice and smooth, and although bombers have typically quite bad brakes, you can usually manage to stop in time and get back in the air and bomb more bases. Belly landings come in different shapes and sizes and are usually more elegant crashes than proper landings, but in War Thunder they actually have a purpose, and that is that A, they can be faster than a normal landing because the deceleration is very harsh, but also because if you're damaged you can't J out on the runway anyway, so you may as well wait to repair, and so therefore taking the extra damage from the belly landing really won't affect you that much and can be worth the trade-off. I often find myself usually doing this if I've just forgotten to slow down in time. I think, oh, you know what, I can't be bothered to go back around, I'll just belly land it. But sometimes it actually has purpose, and sometimes if you do it on accident, but you just say it was on purpose anyway. There's not really much else to say on this though. Pretty straightforward. VTOL is last place on my list, and for some very good reasons, and no, it's not just because I'm bad at controlling it. In my opinion, VTOL just sucks. Regular landings are faster and easier to control, simply put. Belly landings are also faster and probably about similar safety. The only benefit VTOL has is that you can land at the helipads in ground RB to rearm. But even then, I'm fairly certain just flying all the way back to your base and then flying back probably doesn't even take that much longer than landing at the helipad would be in the first place. So it's sort of a useless gimmick, which is quite unfortunate, but there's not really much we can do about it. Okay, so time for the final rankings. What am I putting where? Well, last place is going to no one's surprise, it's VTOL. It's just not very good. I've never seen anyone use it to land in an actual game. I've seen people take off with it, but I've not seen anyone land with it ever. It's just a bit of a gimmick that nobody uses. Second place, I'm going to give to normal landings, because although they're fun, you can roleplay, you can get immersed in them, and you know, you don't take any damage. You have to slow down quite a bit on approach, which could leave you vulnerable to enemies who are trying to try to get to your airfield. And also, the other reason why is because the number one method, in my opinion, of belly landings, if you've got a skilled crew, then your crew can repair the plane quite quick anyway, and it doesn't really matter that you take a bit longer, and the J out doesn't really save that much time comparatively. So in conclusion, I think belly landings are the best. I apologise for another short Monday video, but it is what it is. Next Monday will be longer, and I'll see you guys every day in between the short. Goodbye.